Hello, my name is Ron Patterson. I am the owner, operator, and creator of Wheelz Delivery Service. So let's jump right on in. Here we go. We're going to begin by signing into our customer interface. Uh, One login does not work for the other one. Delivery works for delivery, rideshare works for the rideshare. So you have to have two separate accounts in order to make this work. As you can see, we are in a service temporarily unavailable status because we are in what is called a test mode. Right here is kind of self-explanatory. A lot of times it's going to save all of your information, helps you speed along in the ordering process. We have a pickup location. The pickup location is kind of unique because you could either use the address, the actual physical address, the drop-down menu, or you can actually type in the business name and the address will appear as well, and you can use it instead of knowing the actual physical address of the business that you're trying to pick up or deliver to. This works well both in the delivery location and the pickup location. And as you can see right there, we are using 2 East Bay Street, and that is the City Hall. And we'll type in City Hall, and you'll see City of Savannah comes up, and there it is, 2 East Bay Street. So we'll come down, and we have the package types. Package types, we have 4 main categories: medicine and pharmacy, documents and blueprints, and small packages. Small packages and the other have 2 types of delivery processes. You have a standard and you have a priority. However, food and beverage, it only has one specific time frame, and that is as soon as possible. So for this sake, we're going to use small packages and we're going to use standard delivery. There is a premium price for priority packages as well. We're going to use the optional instruction. We're just going to type in something here, real simple. And we're going to go and we're going to do the same for the delivery instructions. So with this is just to show that all the information that is put into the customer interface, it will also be seen by the driver as well. So we come down, we have a calculate pricing feature. This feature is put in specifically so that you could either use our product because it is more reasonable, or you don't have to use it because you find it to be pricey. So that gives you an option instead of forcing you to have to use our product. As you can see now, we're moving to the next step, which is to process the payment. However, if you look up into the upper left-hand corner right there, right where it says place new order, there is a thing that says no driver is currently available. So we have to get a driver on duty. So this is where we're going to sign in, and we're going to go over here on the right-hand screen, and we're going to sign in as a driver. So the driver now should have already been signed in prior to this entire process, but this is all for tutorial processes of the situation anyway. So here we go. As you can see, the driver is now signed in. And right up underneath place new order, it has turned green and it says 1 driver available. So now you know that when you get ready to place your order, when you see that green 1 driver, or however many drivers there is available, now you know that your order will be processed as soon as possible. You come down and you're going to go to proceed to payment. This is all in test mode, so everything is not going to go in where you have to put in your card information, payment methods and stuff like that. So now the order has been processed. There it is. Now the driver receives it on the driver interface. Once the driver receives it on the driver interface, you see it's not on the customer interface at this time. It's not going to show up on the customer interface until the driver actually accepts the order. Once the driver accepts the order, then it comes up and you can see that your current orders now appears on the customer interface. It comes up with your pickup location and your delivery location, and you can track your order as well in a separate window. When you open that window, you can see up there, you can see where it says the order has been placed, it's been confirmed. Now we're going to mark it as pickup. The driver has gotten to the location to pick up the order, and the navigational feature will show him or her how to get to the location should they not know exactly where to pick up the item from. They mark the item as picked up. Once it is marked as picked up, it then notifies the customer that the item is now on its way. Once it's on its way, the delivery driver is on to his destination to deliver his package, food, whatever. And it also has a navigational feature for the driver as well, which do not work in desktop view, so I can't really show you that right now. Once the driver gets his destination, then it's going to ask to take a photo. Because the photo doesn't work in desktop, I'll just have to select a quick image, place that into place here, and we are going to say continue. And once we continue, there you go. It is now going to confirm the delivery. Once the delivery is now confirmed, you will see that it now disappears from the driver interface, and now it is into the order history of the customer interface. And that is the whole entire process. And you can also check your order to see exactly, the item was delivered. Here's your photo or your image that is showing you the item that was delivered. And as well, you could clear off all of your data if you need to make space for the next available deliveries. On the driver interface as well, you will see that you can go up to the very top. The orders have now disappeared. It is also in the driver's history. And then you can go to the wallet. These wallets come equipped with virtual cards. The virtual card can be rendered onto Google Pay or Apple Wallet. You have settings just in case you want to change your password, and you can request your payouts, and everything works as it's intended to be. So hopefully you found this useful. Thanks for using Wheelz delivery service, and we look for you to become a loyal customer. Thanks.